It's an exciting time to be in this band right now. We have the Interrupters here. New record, Fight the Good Fight, is out. And I was wondering if you could just go through even just the last couple of weeks for you guys, because everyone is so stoked on this record, this group of songs.
We are very stoked too. We just put out a record, Fight the Good Fight, and it just came out, how long ago? A couple days ago?
Yeah, like 5 days ago.
5 days ago, so it's been a whirlwind. There's been, when did we do this record? He's like our dates and times person.
Sure.
I'm more the feelings person.
Yeah.
So if you got like feelings questions, I'm,
We'll get to the feelings a little bit
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
I want to know about dates and times.
Dates and times, go ahead.
Dates and times. We started recording this record in January of this year. So
Okay,
it came
cool.
together super quickly. Not a note of it was recorded before January 15th, I think.
Yeah.
So we did it in about, 4 weeks-ish, mixed it in March, and now it's June and it's out. So it's definitely like, we always record quick, but this one in particular, from the time we started to the time it was out in the world, was the shortest amount of time. So,
Which has got to be kind of nice. It's always kind of weird, it feels like, for bands to have a whole batch of songs done and then wait a year and a half for the marketing plan to go through and all that.
Yeah,
you guys
totally.
were able to have that and get that sort of
Yeah.
gratification. I was talking about even just in the last couple of weeks as people have started to hear these songs for real and react to these songs. Have you gotten this kind of reaction before?
No.
Yeah.
No, this is like, we've never had like this kind of like radio love and people like my sister yesterday, she had the record before it came out and she was listening to it in her car and listening to it at home, and she was like, I was having a really bad day and I went to this restaurant to pick up some food and She's Kerosene came on, and she's like, I just kind of been, singing along, like, I really like this song, not realizing, like, oh my gosh, like, you're out in public, like, it's in a restaurant, like, playing over the speakers, and she was like, she's like, day made, I had it was just incredible.
Yeah,
so,
it's a cool moment. There's no doubt about it. This let's talk about the making of the record for sure. You said that you guys record very, very quick. I understand for this record as well. You guys recorded a ton of songs and then whittled it down as opposed to just doing 12, and these are the 12 songs. Why was that different, and how did that help you?
I think we always have a lot of material going in, but this time we definitely took a full inventory of everything, all the new stuff we've done, and then everything that maybe didn't make the first 2 records, and gave each song a fair shot. And then, came time to get in the studio, I think we only picked the strongest of the batch.
Yeah, it's good strategy. For sure. Was now the time we talk about Tim Armstrong a little bit? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Tim Armstrong has been a big kind of force in this band. You've called him the 5th member of the band. He's produced all 3 records. What does Tim mean, just kind of even on an emotional level, for this band?
Well, Rancid, just as a songwriter, was like, they're my musical heroes.
Sure,
and Tim, like, I grew up listening to Tim and wanting to like sing like him and write like him, and just like, he was such a huge inspiration for me. So for him to want to like produce our music is mind blowing, and like, it's totally an honor, and it's just like, it's like a dream come true.
Well, it seems like Tim is a big reason this band a little bit, I don't want to say got off the ground, but at least got this band momentum. And correct me if this story is wrong, is that everybody was making their own music in one way, shape, or form. And then you guys met in Nashville, was it?
No.
No, we were on tour.
It was on tour with Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
And decided to start writing together. And at some point, Tim heard something, became a little bit a part of that, and you were like, we need to make a band out of this and start making songs. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've never heard it put so easily and short.
Yeah.
We always have a long-winded
Yes,
way
thank
of
you.
explaining
We should
it.
adopt that way of
I like that.
We'll chop that off, and we can play that a bit. I mean, it's a big deal when someone like Tim Armstrong pays attention, especially if you've been a fan, obviously, of Rancid before. What does he bring? Like what's special? I mean, I know what I think's special about that dude. What's special about that dude for you guys as musicians and actually working with the guy?
For me, I'm a perfectionist and an overthinker, and he helps me a lot with that. He'll tell me to go in the booth and just like sing it so that we have it not that it's going to be forever or anything like that.
Sure, yeah.
And he gets me every time.
Yeah.
I do it, and then he's like, try and beat that. That's
Uh-huh.
pretty awesome. And I try. And usually the ones where he gets me out of my head to just be free and to not overthink and to find the beauty in the imperfections and find the beauty in the rawness of it and to not chop it or edit it. You know what I mean? I think that is super freeing. And a lot of our takes, a lot of the album is like single takes of my vocals. So
it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, especially for a perfectionist to allow that to be the one. You know, to do a take, to hear it. Obviously, you perform it in a specific way, and then you hear it back, and you hear things that nobody else hears, and then to allow that to be the one. I guess maybe it helps to have a guy like Tim say that's okay.
Exactly. And I just trust him. I trust him so much. So if he says like, you know, it's cool, I'm like, okay, then it must be cool, and it's freeing and it's great. But what about you?
Well, just being a band guy, like he's not just like the type of producer that's just gonna come in and be like, well, this is what I hear. You know, he's been out there on tour with all his bands his whole life, and that's all he's ever known. So he understands the dynamic of what it is like to be in a band, the different personalities and how we work together. So it's not just like producer band. Like he really comes into the band with that same perspective that kind of like he's been where we are now. So he offers like a really good kind of like viewpoint of like everything we're doing.
I don't want to make this whole thing about Tim Armstrong by any stretch of the imagination. I do have one more question about him, just almost on a personal level. I'm a big Rancid fan. Listen to a lot of Rancid music. Is he a hard guy to understand? Sometimes the way, like when you're talking on the phone with Tim Armstrong, is it just like, dude, what did you just say? I listen to Rancid all the time, and those lyrics and stuff. I'm just like, what did Tim just say?
I understand him. I've known him for 8 years.
Sure.
8 years now, so I understand.
Yeah, you got it down. Okay.
I speak the similar language.
So. Fair enough. This band I love is so positive. I feel like these songs are rallying cries. I feel like these songs talk about serious things sometimes, but for the most part, it is a positive message. Is that you feel like that's a correct interpretation? Yeah. Is that what you're going for? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We try and with our music, bring people together and like party and like have a good time and let go of your problems, let go of your cares, let go of like what's burdening you, and just come and like celebrate life or celebrate the moment and just forget about other stuff. So we hope to be a sort of like a sanctuary, I guess, for lack of a better word, like a place to come do that. You know?
Well, it definitely seems like an Interrupters show, and for me, an Interrupters record is an escape. And the world's kind of a gnarly place right now, and having an escape into a place where, again, it's not afraid to talk about tough stuff from time to time, but it talks about it in a very positive way is a nice thing. Was it tempting at all, given kind of what's going on in the world right now, to write things that are more angry or negative, or is that just not the vibe?
I think we have, and I even think for this record we had some songs that they didn't end up standing up against the ones that maybe had a more kind of like positive message in the end, just because they didn't age as well. And we still have, we still care a lot about issues, and like we're very, like anti-racist, anti-sexist, anti-homophobic, and all that stuff.
Oh, so you're a human being.
Yeah.
Good.
But I mean, like nowadays, with just the way things are politically, like I feel like everyone's kind of got a cause they're behind, and we're no different. We're just trying to keep our view of it just real positive. And
sure, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I don't think there's any lack of talking or addressing or telling serious stories in this. It's more of a rallying cry on how to make things better or to stand up and fight and to do that. And that's nice and it's refreshing, and sometimes it's tough listening to. Sometimes it's nice to listen to anger music and get that out, but sometimes it's nice to hear. It's not a solution being offered. Certainly something that just doesn't make you feel like dirt the way that watching the news makes you feel.
Oh, thank you.
Kinda like dirt. Hey,
Well, in our
I just said thank you because I said listening to a record doesn't make you feel like dirt.
Thank you. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I never heard it
Could we put that on the sticker on our vinyl?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't make
Exactly. I've never seen the movie Dance Craze.
Oh.
Can you tell me about that? Because I know that's a thing with the band.
Go ahead, Twins.
Dance Craze is a 1980 documentary film about the two-tone bands from Coventry, England, and it's basically it's a concert film, so it's just songs by each of these bands going back and forth like a mixtape pretty much, and it's incredible. There's so much energy. They're so good. They sound amazing.
It's shot well for like a handheld documentary. They're on stage with the band. You really get the whole vibe of two-tone music. It's exciting.
Well, what does it mean to the band? Like, does it have a special place with the band?
We listen to it and every time before we go on stage. So we watch it or listen to it. It's really inspiring to us.
Yeah.
And it's inspiring to us as songwriters, but also as performers. So like there's so much energy in the performers.
Yeah.
That we just like we feel like they inspire us before we go out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, so because this guy, I had never heard of Dance Craze before. I had heard that it was a thing with you guys, and I feel like it's something that
you gotta watch it.
Yeah, watch it. That's the long story short.
There's
watch
a reason
it.
it's called Dance Craze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Speaking of playing live, are you guys about to go on Warped Tour?
Yeah.
Dude, last Warped Tour.
Last one.
Yeah, how are we feeling about that? Like any Warped Tour memories at all?
Tons.
I mean, we all grew up going to Warped Tour
Yeah.
when we were younger, but we got to play it 2 years ago, and it was one of the most fun summers I've ever had.
Yeah.
Cool. What's so special about this tour, again, for you guys? Why? I mean, it's fun. It's absolutely fun. But does it do anything else? Does it create any sorts of, like, community or, like...
Yeah, I feel like it does. I feel like it is such a community, and there's so many people. What I love about it is a lot of the people that go to Warped Tour are there to try and... like discover new bands.
Sure.
So they're like open-minded people that are just like love music.
Yeah.
So it's people that maybe wouldn't have come to our show but are walking by and they see us and they want to dance with us and like I just love the musical community. I love that you can discover so many new bands, and so we hope to be part of like someone's summer memories.
Sure. Yeah. It's definitely been obviously a staple of the music festival community for years and years and years. But
and it's a dream come true for us.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah. You guys are smart to jump on mid-Warped Tour. Warped Tour is tough. Like every day. Those bands, I mean, that should not be understated how hard those bands work.
It can make or break your band.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
We did the whole thing in 2016.
Yeah.
This time we're doing 18 shows.
It's half of it.
But it is like it is boot camp. You know what I mean?
It totally is.
And
Yeah.
We got so much tighter as a band. Like we grew closer as a band, and
we got great tans.
Yeah.
And it's like we had great tans. We're all Italian.
I look at pictures from that tour and I'm like, man, how do I do that again?
Yeah.
But
it's nice.
Anything you're doing the second time around on Warped Tour, now that you know that you're going in, you can come in better prepared? Someone told me an ice machine once. That's why I'm asking. They brought their own ice machine, and they felt like it made all the difference in the world. So, I don't know.
We will have our own stage coolers this time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And fans.
Yes. Like physical fans or like...
No, yeah, like...
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess maybe both.
hopefully
Yeah.
Otter Pops. I'm a little concerned about jumping on halfway through because I do know that once you're out there, it's just such a traveling
Circus.
family. We have to like jump in halfway and be like, hey guys, remember us? Hi.
Train,
Yeah,
Sure.
totally.
Yeah.
So
Just show up with
there's no
cupcakes.
graceful way to like, slip and slide into midway through the Warped Tour, so we're going to try our best.
Good thing is you guys are vets. Like, you guys have been there before. It's not like this brand new thing.
Yeah.
The
We
last
know
time
what to
the last time we played, or the last Warped Tour we did, Kevin Lyman asked us to play the barbecue, like the barbecue one night.
Sure, yeah.
And so we ended up being like a punk rock karaoke kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Where like
fun.
a lot of
Yeah.
the bands from the tour just like came up and
Yeah.
sang
Cool.
like every punk song imaginable. So it was
Have you hung on to any of those covers? You guys play any of those covers still?
You know what's funny is we made a whole list of songs we didn't know, and we're like, hey, sign up, and if you want to do one of these songs, and then someone would sign up and come up and be like, I want to do Weezer, and we'd be like,
Like,
one sec. Figure it out. And then, hey, we got
And then
through
Sum
it.
41
Cool.
came up, actually, and like...
Oh, yeah, they did Rebel Yell.
They
They kicked us off
Rebel
our
Yell.
instruments.
Yeah.
But kept her. And yeah. That was a pretty fun memory.
Yeah, Kevin Lyman crowd surfed. It was like a great...
Yeah, we ended with like an 8-minute version of Bro Him. And
Yeah.
Cool. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's the plan? Now, the record is out. Obviously, the band has momentum. More people are hearing this record up front than people have in the past. What's the plan, dude? What do you
Fight the
do
good
now?
fight.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Come out with this message for sure. But even from a dates perspective, do you guys, after Warped Tour, are you guys going out again? What's the
yeah, we got some fall dates we're working on right now
Uh-huh.
here, and then those will be announced soon. And then we're going to England in December.
Cool.
And then we got some fun stuff planned for next year.
Yeah.
And I hate being that guy that's got news that he can't say the news.
It's
It's
we
so
all
annoying.
understand.
Really exciting.
No,
Absolutely.
I hate when people do that. They're like, I have news, but I can't tell you. I'm like,
Yeah.
You don't have news. But yeah, we're excited to take this record every place we can take it
Yeah,
and just play
for sure.
it for as many people as possible.
Congratulations. I said that we would start with the background of the band, and we absolutely didn't. We jumped into so many other different things. I guess we
Yeah.
kind of said the story of you guys
Yeah,
writing
you did a
songs
great
together.
job.
You get
And
it.
with
Yeah,
Tim.
thank you.
You know what I wanted to say, and again, I don't want. I had this all worked out before I did it, and just didn't make its way into the conversation. But I still want to say it. There's a story that I'm familiar with of yours, where a dude, when you were younger, threw away your Joan Jett tape.
Yeah.
And since we're pre-recorded, I want to say a very special fuck that guy. that's a shitty thing to do. And I don't know if he's a member of your family.
No, he's dead.
Oh well, fuck that guy to a dead guy.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's fine.
Okay. That's a shitty thing to do, and I'm sorry that it happened, but I feel like Joan Jett would be proud.
I love her.
Yeah.
I would hope to meet her one day.
Yeah, you feel like she would want to make that happen at this point.
I mean,
you want to make it happen, but absolutely her as well.
Yeah.
So
maybe she'll be out on the Warped Tour. I'd like to give her a hug.
I mean, I guess that she's played before.
Yeah,
it
she
seems
has.
like.
I saw her in
Yeah.
2006.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I came into a show in New York, and I put flowers down at her feet to say thank you.
It's pretty nice.
And she stopped the song, which was
Yeah.
like so embarrassing.
That's pretty nice, though. That's
I was
pretty
just
cool.
like, she was like, "What's your name?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, just trying to give you flowers. I just love you, thank you."
Totally.
But
Any of the guys, any Joan Jetts like you would lay down flowers for?
Oh,
it's a great question.
Yeah.
Oh, I would lay down flowers for Joan Jett.
Of course.
I'd probably
Yeah.
take a knee if she walked by.
Yeah, I mean, dead or alive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tim Armstrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, absolutely.
yeah.
We loved him.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, like, like the Ramones and the Clash and bands like that, and like even like I'm gonna go there, Brian Wilson,
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
You know,
That's allowed.
You gotta do it. Yeah.
No slouches in that crew.
Yeah.
Fellas, anybody for you?
Who you laying down flowers for?
That'd be it.
Yeah,
Paul
got
McCartney, Brian Wilson.
John Lennon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you see the McCartney carpool karaoke?
I did.
So
it was
good.
very enjoyable.
I'm not a carpool karaoke guy. That was like a nice thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was totally nice.
We got to see him.
Well, if you come to the Warped Tour, you can do like karaoke with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, good. I mean, I appreciate that. My rule for karaoke is any song under 2 minutes. Like I love the Ramones.
Yeah.
Most of our songs are under 2 minutes.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
Done deal. I can sing Title Fight, no problem. Absolutely cool. Again, congratulations.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So much. It's the Interrupters again. The new album. It's called Fight the Good Fight. It is out now. You can see them on Warped Tour this summer, and then some super secret place this guy wouldn't tell us about soon after that. Absolutely. Thanks, Kevin. No,
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, no
Thank you so
problem.
much.